A massive landslide in Papua New Guinea.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Group 5 News. We are students from the Bachelor of English at Faculty of Humanity, Udayana University. And this video is a project for intermediate listening lessons assigned by Ms Novita Mulyana. I am Putu Ristya Dewi with my colleague will be delivering the hot news about the Papua New Guinea landslide disaster. A landslide disaster occurred in Papua New Guinea, specifically in the Enga region, on Friday, 24th May 2024 at 3 a.m. This disaster wiping out many buildings, including school, hotel, and houses. A landslide in a mountainous area on Friday morning have buried more than 2,000 people alive. The death toll was 670 people, and according to the government, around 7,900 people from village have been evacuated. That's all from me. Now let's speak to my colleague. Ami, could you please give us the newest information about the landslide?
Yes, thank you very much, Ristya, for inviting me. I'm Ayu Laksmi Pradnyani as your host for today's updated news. This is heartbreaking news coming from Enga Province, Papua New Guinea. There has been a massive landslide that has covered whole villages in remote areas of Enga Province, Papua New Guinea. As we can see here, this is the latest scene of the landslide. Rock and soil have fallen from the hillside, with trees uprooted. The landslide hit the remote village of Kaukalam, about 600 kilometers northwest of the capital, Port Moresby. This area is actually accessible via road, but at this time, the landslide had covered the main highway, so the accessibility of the rescuers couldn't be confirmed yet. Also, the locals have been desperately trying to locate the survivors by digging through the mud using sticks and spades. Well, let's speak now with my colleague, Wira. Wira, I just wondered, could you give us the latest information about the landslide in Enga Province, Papua New Guinea?
Thank you very much, Ami. I am Bagus Kusuma as your host for today's updated news. This time, the race against time to find survivors after a massive landslide in Papua New Guinea. Recovery efforts in a remote mountainous part of South Pacific island nation are underway, but they are extremely challenging. The government estimates the death toll could pass 2,000 of people. The problem with this disaster is that the land is still moving. It is an extremely unstable and dangerous environment for heavy machinery. What we have been seeing over the past several days, our local villagers are using shovels, sticks, and farming equipment to dig through several feet. In addition to those problems, there are no phone communications. A huge section of the highway leading to those villages has been cut off by the landslide. The area is only accessible by helicopter, and aid workers have to be escorted by the military into the area and back out again. So these are very difficult search and rescue operations. More than 2,000 of people are feared dead, but the United Nations is estimating the number of people killed around 670. Those numbers are so off because the numbers show up in the letter written by the acting disaster management, the head of New Guinea. The problem is there is no clear figure on how many people were living there. The last census was 24 years ago and there has been a lot of movement of people in that area. It is difficult to know how many people were there when the landslide happened in the early hours of Friday at 3 o'clock in the morning, when most people were sleeping. Now the government and aid workers are still trying to evacuate several thousand people from neighboring villages and also try to find a way to get the survivors from the area. Now let's hear from Tisya. Okay, Tisya, can you give us more information about the Papua New Guinea landslide operation?
Thank you very much, Wira. Hello viewers, I'm Tisya Anindita, your next host for today's updated news. Reports from the United Nations estimate that 670 people have died and over 1,000 are displaced, lacking food, water, and proper shelter. Moreover, people are seeking help.
The national government or whoever that wish to help, please, we really need your help.
The Australian government has stepped in, offering initial aid of $2.5 million and sending a specialized team to assist. Pat Conroy, the Minister of International Development and the Pacific, confirms that helicopters are transporting emergency officials and a C-17 plane is delivering aid. The Disaster Assistance Response Team, comprising 16 members, equipped with drones, they are mapping the area to aid rescue efforts. Australia has sent 750 family shelters as many people are displaced. Conroy also stresses the importance of providing additional shelter, food, water, and sanitation. Supporting the lift of heavy equipment is obviously critical, as well as increased financial assistance to humanitarian partners to provide on-the-ground support. The Australian Defence Force is mobilized to lift heavy equipment via helicopters and aircraft. Conroy highlights that the Australian government is ready to provide further assistance, building on the initial $2.5 million committed. Thank you, viewers. And now I'm handing it over to my colleague. Laksmi, can you shed more light on this news?
Thank you, Tisya. Hello, viewers. I am Ms Ariani as your next host today. We'll discuss the United Nations and aid from UNICEF for Laksmi victims in Papua New Guinea. The United Nations is warning regarding the risk of infection diseases such as diarrhea, respiratory infection, and malaria because they meet environmental conditions and limit access to clean water. The United Nations is working with local health authorities to strengthen disease prevention efforts, including distribution of clean equipment, health education, and prevention of vaccination. Apart from that, UNICEF also provides assistance to children in Papua New Guinea, such as temporary shelter, nutrition, food, clean water, and emergency basic healthy. With assistance from UNICEF and attention from United Nations, it's hoped that the condition of children and communities in Papua New Guinea can soon improve. That's our report regarding the landslide disaster in Papua New Guinea. Thank you for your attention. I'm Ms Mariani. See you the next broadcast. Good afternoon and goodbye.
I'm Ristya.
I'm Ami.
I'm Wira.
I'm Tisya.
And I'm Laksmi. We are from Group 5 News signing off. Thank you and see you next time. Goodbye.